Deep in the heart of West Africa, nestled in the humid tropics, lies Benin. It's a land where ancient spirits mingle with modern aspirations, a place where the echoes of a glorious past reverberate in the present. But let's rewind the cosmic clock, back to the mists of time, to the very beginnings of the Benin Empire. We don't have a time machine yet, but oral histories passed down through generations like precious heirlooms whisper of a place called Igodomigodo. This was the early Benin kingdom, ruled by the Ogiso dynasty. It was a time of chiefs and kings, of power struggles and alliances forged in the fires of ambition. Imagine a Game of Thrones, but with way better snacks. Then, a prince named Oranian arrived from the neighboring Yoruba kingdom of Ife. Legend says he was a skilled warrior and a shrewd diplomat. He unified the warring factions of Igodomigodo, establishing a dynasty that would rule for centuries. Thus, the Benin Empire was born, a kingdom destined for greatness. Imagine a small kingdom bursting with potential, like a supernova waiting to happen. That was Benin. And just like a supernova, it was about to explode onto the stage of history. The Edo people, masters of statecraft and trade, took the reins of the Benin Empire. They were like the ancient Romans of West Africa, building a powerful empire on the foundations of military might, shrewd diplomacy, and economic savvy. They weren't afraid to use a little muscle when they had to, but they also knew how to strike a deal and keep the trade routes humming. Benin City, the capital, blossomed into a bustling metropolis. Imagine a city buzzing with artisans, merchants, and diplomats from far-off lands. Its streets were paved, a testament to the Edo's engineering prowess. And towering above it all was the royal palace, a symbol of the Oba's power and authority. The Benin Empire grew rapidly, expanding its influence through a combination of military conquests and strategic alliances. They were like the chess grandmasters of their time, always thinking several moves ahead. They traded with the Yoruba kingdoms to the west, the Igbo people to the east, and even across the Sahara Desert with the Arab world. Their empire became a melting pot of cultures, a vibrant tapestry woven from the threads of many lands. But the Edo people weren't just conquerors and traders, they were also patrons of the arts, and under their rule, Benin would become a beacon of creativity, a place where artists and craftsmen would push the boundaries of what was possible. The Benin Empire wasn't just about power and politics, it was also a place where art flourished, where skilled artisans transformed humble materials like bronze and brass into objects of exquisite beauty. Imagine a workshop filled with the clang of hammers, the hiss of molten metal, and the glow of furnaces, where master craftsmen, like cosmic sculptors, breathed life into bronze. The Benin bronzes, as they came to be known, are more than just pretty artifacts. They're historical documents frozen in time. They tell stories of Benin's rulers, their triumphs and conquests, their rituals and ceremonies. They offer a glimpse into the spiritual beliefs and the daily lives of the Edo people, capturing the essence of a civilization at its zenith. But the Benin bronzes are just one facet of the empire's artistic brilliance. The Edo people were also masters of ivory carving, wood carving, and textile weaving. They created elaborate coral bead regalia for the Oba, shimmering garments that spoke of power and majesty. Their art wasn't just about aesthetics, it was a form of communication, a way of preserving their history, their beliefs, and their stories for generations to come. These weren't just objects, they were vessels of culture, carrying the spirit of Benin across time and space. They stand today as a testament to the enduring power of human creativity and the importance of preserving cultural heritage. Section 4, Shifting Sands, European Arrivals and the Slave Trade. The 15th century saw the arrival of new players on the West African coast, Europeans. At first, they were just curious explorers, eager to map the world and find new trading partners. They marveled at the Benin Empire's wealth and sophistication, its bustling cities and its impressive art. Imagine their surprise, like finding an alien civilization hidden in plain sight. Trade flourished between Benin and the Europeans. The Edo people exchanged pepper, ivory, and textiles for European goods like guns, mirrors, and beads. It was a mutually beneficial relationship, at least for a while. But this new dawn carried the seeds of a darker future. The transatlantic slave trade, a horrific chapter in human history, reared its ugly head. The demand for labor on the plantations of the Americas grew insatiable. and the European appetite for profit proved stronger than any moral compass. While the Benin Empire initially resisted participating in the slave trade, the lure of European goods and the changing geopolitical landscape proved too strong to resist. The empire, once a beacon of prosperity and cultural achievement, became entangled in the web of human misery that was the transatlantic slave trade. Section 5. The Benin Expedition of 1897, a story of empire and resistance. The 19th century saw the European scramble for Africa reach its peak. The British turned their attention towards Benin. They saw the weakened empire as ripe for the picking. Tensions escalated between the British and the Benin Empire. The British sought to impose their will on Benin, but the Edo people were not about to surrender without a fight. In 1897, a British expedition marched on Benin City. They were met with fierce resistance. The British ultimately overwhelmed the Benin defenses. The aftermath was brutal. Benin City was looted and burned. Thousands of artifacts, including the Benin bronzes, were stolen. The Benin expedition marked the end of an era. The Benin Empire was absorbed into British Nigeria, but the spirit of resistance continued to burn in the hearts of the Edo people. Section 6. Stepping out of the shadows. Independence, and a new Benin. The 20th century brought the winds of change sweeping across Africa. The desire for self-determination, the yearning to break free from the shackles of colonialism, could no longer be denied. In 1960, after decades of struggle and sacrifice, Nigeria, including the territory of the former Benin Empire, gained its independence from British rule. Benin, now a state within Nigeria, embarked on the challenging path of nation-building. It grappled with the legacy of colonialism, the wounds of the past still fresh. It faced the daunting task of forging a new identity, of balancing tradition with modernity, of creating a prosperous and equitable society. There were missteps along the way, periods of political instability and economic hardship. But through it all, the resilient spirit of the Edo people shone through. They rebuilt their lives, their communities, their nation, brick by brick, dream by dream. Benin produced leaders who fought for progress, for social justice, for a better future. They championed education, healthcare, and economic development, striving to create a brighter future for all Nigerians. They understood that true independence meant more than just political freedom. It meant empowering their people to reach their full potential. Section 7. Benin today, challenges and triumphs in a globalized world. Today, Benin stands at a crossroads, navigating the complexities of a globalized world. It faces challenges like poverty, inequality, climate change, and globalization. But amidst these challenges, there is hope. Benin has made significant strides in recent years. Its economy is growing, fueled by agriculture, trade, and tech. Its democracy is maturing with peaceful transitions of power. Benin is reclaiming its cultural heritage, demanding the return of its stolen artifacts. It is sharing its rich history and traditions with the world. The story of Benin is a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit.